healed anxiety by doing the exact opposite of what my brain was begging me to do. I didn't heal it by calming down or positive thinking, and I definitely didn't heal anxiety by eliminating anxiety. So if you're stuck in the anxious loop of having anxiety about anxiety, stick around. This video is going to tell you exactly how to break that loop. If you're new here, hey, I'm Steph, and I used to live in a body that felt like a constant emergency. Racing thoughts, panic attacks, DPDR, fear loops, and a lot of symptoms that didn't make sense. And of course, anxiety about, well, having anxiety. Today I want to talk about how I healed anxiety without any medication or supplements, and what actually made a difference for me. And how to stop being afraid of anxiety itself, because that's where most people stay stuck. Now let me say something up front in case anyone hears this wrong. I am not anti-medication, I am not anti-therapy, I am not anti-anything that helps someone survive. But my anxiety, it did not heal until I stopped trying to make it go away, which I know sounds insane. For a long time, my whole life revolved around trying to prevent anxiety. I was always monitoring my body and analyzing every single sensation. I was getting trapped in fear loops, health anxiety loops. I even planned escape routes from restaurants and grocery stores in case I was going to have a panic attack and I needed to get out of there. And eventually it got to the point where I didn't want to be in those areas with lots of people anymore. The goal was always the same. If I can just not feel anxious, then I'm gonna be okay. But spoiler alert, I was never okay. And that's because my nervous system learned something very important, and it was that anxiety equals danger. And I didn't know it at the time, but that's what kept the loop going. It wasn't actually the anxiety itself, it was my reaction to the anxiety. The secondary fear on top of the fear. But here's what I wish someone explained to me early on in my anxiety recovery journey. Anxiety doesn't stick around because it's actually strong, it sticks around because it's feared. And when we fear something, we tend to resist it. And if you've heard that saying, what you resist persists, it could not be more true when it comes to anxiety. The more that I tried to control anxiety, to fix it, to manage it, the louder that it became. See, anxiety isn't actually the problem. It's anxiety about anxiety that's the problem. And I know that can sound super confusing. But once your body believes that anxiety is unsafe, it becomes extremely hypervigilant about it. It focuses more on the sensations and the anxiety itself because it thinks the focus needs to be on it because it's dangerous. And no amount of reassurance breaks a loop that is being reinforced by fear. So how do you change that loop? How do you stop fearing the fear? How do you stop attaching that secondary fear to the anxiety itself? Well, here's what I did, and it worked. When anxiety showed up, instead of saying, oh my God, not this again, instead of tensing, bracing, preparing for the worst, I simply changed my response. It was more like anxiety knocked at my door, and I opened it, gave it a big hug, and said, welcome. Now I know, that is the complete opposite of what you want to do. And I remember the first time that I heard that you should welcome anxiety and just allow it to be there, even turn towards it a little bit, I laughed. I thought,
that is bullshit.
But then I tried it. And the thing is you don't have to welcome anxiety in lovingly. You don't have to enjoy it. You just have to turn towards it and say, all right, there you are. And then the next step is to do something that might feel terrifying at first, and that is to drop into your body and feel the sensations of the anxiety without resisting. Don't analyze it, don't try to fix it, don't judge yourself for having it, just feel it. Now, this doesn't mean forcing yourself to drown in the panic and the dread. It means simply letting that sensation exist without urgency. Letting your nervous system learn, I can feel this, as uncomfortable as it is, and still survive. The first time I ever didn't fight a wave of debilitating anxiety, I didn't feel empowered. I didn't feel brave. I actually felt kind of annoyed, a little bit frustrated, and I was completely second-guessing myself. All of that is normal. But the moment that you drop into your body and you let yourself feel that anxiety as a sensation in your body without attaching a story to it, that matters more than any breathing technique out there. Over time, your nervous system learns that this sensation does not require action, that it's not something to fear. and that symptom begins to go away. Turns out that anxiety is actually a lot less intimidating than we make it out to be. It's that secondary fear that we attach to it that makes it worse. Every time that anxiety showed up and I didn't fight it, I taught my nervous system that I was safe to feel, that this wasn't something to be afraid of, and that it wasn't even necessary anymore. And then the loop weakened over time. It takes consistency and repetition, and you don't have to be perfect at it. Over time, anxiety will stop screaming at you because it no longer needs to. A lot of people worry that if they allow anxiety, won't it take over? And that fear makes sense, but here's the paradox. What you allow softens and what you resist persists. Anxiety starves in neutrality. So one day I realized something shocking. I was feeling the sensations of anxiety, but they were just there. I wasn't afraid of them. And without the fear of those sensations, anxiety had nothing to work with, and it started to loosen its grip. When you heal chronic anxiety, it stops taking over your life, it stops becoming a daily thing, and it doesn't mean that you'll never feel anxiety again. It just means that it no longer controls your life. And because of that, it knows that it's unnecessary to keep showing up, unless the situation is truly warranted. See, if you're stuck in an anxiety loop, it's because your nervous system learned the pattern, and patterns can be changed. If you enjoyed this video and you have any questions about breaking that loop of anxiety so that you can heal and feel better, drop it in the comments down below. I also have resources linked below, including my free 7-day calm kit that helps teach your nervous system safety. And if you want more videos like this, please give it a like and hit subscribe. It helps my channel more than you know. Just remember, anxiety is not your enemy. It's just a protective response created by your nervous system because it believes you're in danger, and you can retrain the pattern. I'll see you guys next time for a brand new video on healing from chronic symptoms.